Okay, so to put this into the game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my settings here. Actually, it's under your scene properties. And below this scene properties, there's a section called Quick Exporter. This is what's going to allow me to export this file, which is currently a blend file, as a file that the game will understand, which is what's called an SPM file. Okay, it's a different type of 3D file. So currently this is not set up to any, I have to tell it where I want to put the folder or put the files. And what I'm actually going to do is click this little folder icon, and I'm going to choose my folder here and select it. So now that it did that, this is showing me where it's going to save. Now that I've done that, I'm going to highlight the model and I'm going to go to where it says export cart. There's a little icon of a cart there. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to put it into the folder. Hit export cart. And what that's going to do, let's go back. It's going to give me a bunch of files. Okay. There should be a file called cart.xml, materials.xml, and whatever you named your file .spm. This is the model. This is information about the model that the game is actually going to use. Okay, so that's about it. We don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about as long as you. So when you have your folder, make sure you have this. Make sure you have this, and make sure you have your texture file. Okay, which is this. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to put the model into the game. Okay, now how you do that depends once again on whether you have Windows or whether you have Mac OS X. I'm going to show it to you on Mac OS X first, and then I'll show you on Windows. So I'm going to go, if you have a Mac, you have a special little folder or special area of your computer under the Go menu called the library. The way you access it is you go to Go and you hold down the Option key. Okay. By the way, everything I'm talking about is in a lab I'm giving you, so don't worry if it seems like I'm talking about a lot, but you practice this. And then what you're going to want to do is find a folder called Application Support. And then you're going to want to find Super Tux Cart, which is the game, add-ons, and then find the area called carts. Okay, these are all the carts that are going to be in the game. So we just made a cart called Mr. Hurwicz cart. I'm just going to drag it in. There it is. And then that's it. Now the cart is installed in the game. So if I start up the game, my new cart should be there. So I'm going to do that. Super Tux cart. Let's test to see if it works. This is the moment of truth. I'm going to go to single player. All right, see how it says Mr. Hurwicz cart? And then that's my model. I actually made it a little too big. That's why it's kind of getting clipped. It's a little too large for this area. So I'd actually go back and probably make it a little smaller and export it. But there you go. It's in the game. Okay. If I click on it, I can actually race with it. Once again, it's a little bit big here, so it's kind of dwarfing everything. But there you go. There's my little model. Okay. Now, one other thing you might notice, see over here how like all of the, see at the lower left, there's like a little sort of track and it has all the little icons for everybody. By the way, see the little monkey? That's, the game is full of all of open source software icons, and that's actually Suzanne's. Anyway, you can see how like mine doesn't have a file. I don't have a picture. Okay, you can actually add that in. So long story short, essentially, I'm going to open this file real quick. This is what's called an XML file. It's kind of like an HTML file and then it structures data, but in this case, it structures data for a specific program. In this case, it's structuring it for the game. See how it says icon file, and then it's looking for a file called icon.png. So if I actually want to have an icon for my character, I need to make a file called icon.png, and I need to put it into this folder, which actually I can do. So the exact size is about 128 by 128, I believe. Okay. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just going to make like a circle. File, export. It's very important that you call it icon.png. And actually, I would have to go find that file. I'm going to put it on my desktop for now. It's icon.png. And then this is actually in my applications folder. So let's go back. I need to add it to here. This is that icon file that it's looking for, which means if I start up my game again, you can actually see it. There it is. So there you go. That's my little icon. And then if I play, see the little purple circle, the lower left? That's my icon. Or on the left side, see there? That's my icon. So obviously I would make the icon look like the character, right? And you can draw it in any kind of program. If you want to do it in Illustrator, Photoshop, whatever you want to do, you could do it that way. All right. So that was installing it on OS X. If you want to install it on Windows, it's a similar process. This is a little bit different. Let me send it to myself real quick. Copy of it on my other computer. All right, I'm going to switch to my other computer. If you want to add a cart on Windows, the way you would do it is you first need the folder. Grab a copy of it. Oh, there's the file. Let me unzip it real quick. Documents. So I need to unzip it. In this case, let's put it on the desktop. Okay. All right, so to install it on Windows, you once again want to go to the File Explorer. And you want to go to where it says this PC. And you want to go to where it says Windows. Click on that. You want to go to where it says Program Files. Find the game, which is Super Tux Kart. Should be at the bottom. There it is. Go to where it says Data. And then go to where it says Carts. And then these are all the different carts. So drag and drop. Oops. Let's see. I may not be able to do this because this is not my computer. I guess it's okay. All right. There's my file. Let's launch the game. And it should work. So this isn't on my other one. Okay.